Friends, welcome back to Epidaga's Dumbbox. This is Akshay Daga, and in this video, I will show you a demo of a complete architecture of IoT. That means initially we have seen in our previous videos that we have used Node MCU and Arduino Mega board to send temperature data from LM35 to some cloud or server. We have used ThingSpeak server. Okay, so this that was just a demo, but generally we don't use Node MCU or Arduino to send data directly to the cloud, because generally if you see the costing of a cloud, they apply you some money, means you have to pay money for per connection or per message. So in case you have multiple sensor connected to different devices like Arduino or Node MCU, which is called as node, and if you send data from directly node to the cloud, then you have to make more number of connections, that is you have to send more number of messages. So you have to uh, pay for more, you have to pay more for more number of connections. So solution to that, there is one architecture in IoT which is this. So here you can see one node MCU with one sensor or multiple sensors. It is one node. So here there are three nodes. Those three nodes are sending data to one Raspberry Pi. So it can be anything, but the here we have used Raspberry Pi, and Raspberry Pi is acting as gateway. So we will be sending all the data from nodes to the gateway, and that gateway will collect that data. Mostly they log that data in some text file or in other format on Pi only, means on itself or some storage, and it will send. It can, we can perform some kind of analysis or filtering there, and whatever is required data, means important data, that will be sent to the cloud. So in this case we have minimized the number of connections, that means we have minimized the number of messages we are sending to the cloud, and in that way we reduce the cost, because we have to pay for per cost or per messages, generally like $5 for 1 million connections, means 1 million messages. So in this way we have reduced the cost. So this is general architecture. For example, let's assume there are one sensor connected to each node MCU here, and if we try to send data from directly node MCU to the cloud, so for one node MCU this will be one connection, that means one message, then this will be second, and this will be third. So we have made three connections, that is we have sent three messages for three sensors. When there is one gateway in between, then we have sent three data from node MCU to uh, Raspberry Pi, then second, then third. Then we have collected the data, logged the data in one file, and then we have sent only one message. In that message all the three data is present, and we have sent that data in only one message, that is using only one connection. So I think it's clear now. So without taking time, I'll show you what I'll be doing in this demo. See, here we will be using only one node because it is just a demo. We will collect temperature data using LM35. That data will be collected on node MCU. Node MCU will send that data to gateway. In our case, that gateway is Raspberry Pi, and that temperature data will be logged in one text file on Raspberry Pi 3 itself, and then that data will be sent to the cloud on ThingSpeak server. So for doing this, we will be requiring two programs which will be running simultaneously. First one will be C program, which will be running on node MCU. It will be running continuously to collect the data from LM35 and send it to Raspberry Pi. The second one will be running on Raspberry Pi, that will be a Python script, but it will not be running continuously. Okay, so we will trigger that Python script on Raspberry Pi using CGI server. What is CGI server? We have already covered it in our previous video. Okay, so using CGI server we can trigger a particular script or particular binary file from a browser or using some API from a remote location. Okay, so whatever program in C is running on Node MCU, it will collect data from LM35, then trigger uh, the Python file which is kept on Raspberry Pi, and that date and send that temperature data to the Raspberry Pi. Okay, that collecting that data will be done by Python script, but that script will be triggered by Node MCU itself. Okay, and whatever how it has been done, it's already cleared in previous video. Now there is one catch, guys. That catch is whatever data we are collecting from Node MCU and sending to Raspberry Pi 3, it is huge data, and that will be logged in one text file. You can see it here, and whatever data will be shown using graph on this ThingSpeak server, that data will be different. Why different? It won't be different. Actually, our ThingSpeak server membership is free membership, so it accepts data with the interval of 16 seconds. Like if it takes one temperature data, then the next temperature data it will accept after 16 second only. So let's say we are collecting temperature data, one sample in 1 second, then when there will be 16 samples in our logged text file, then at that time 16 or 17, then at that time only two temperature data will be we can observe it on that ThingSpeak server. It is just because of our free membership. Okay, if you have premium membership, you won't face that problem. Now physical connections. So we are connecting LM35 to Node MCU, and for Raspberry Pi we don't need to make any kind of physical connection. We just need to start CGI server. I will show you how we can do that. So you have to follow these steps. Just connect this Node MCU, connect LM35 using these 3 wires. What physical connections you have to make, I have already given in the description. You can find all the programs, working codes, and all connections and all details. The link will be given in the description of this video. Okay, so we will follow the steps now. See, this is the code. We'll burn it on Node MCU, means we'll upload it on Node MCU. Before doing that, we'll follow these steps. Everything is written over here. So we need to start CGI server. So this is not computer, this is my Raspberry Pi. So how to do that, how to activate CGI server, or how to do all those things, it's already given in another video. So you can see the Python script which will be running on Raspberry Pi is ts.py. TS stands for ThingSpeak. Okay, so this is the Python file which will be running. So in this file you need to change one thing, that is this API key. Okay, so I'll go here. See here I have logged in my ThingSpeak server. Then I'll go to channels, my channels. I have created this Node MCU RPI 3 Raspberry Pi 3 new channel. I'll go to API keys. I'll copy this key. I'll paste this API key in the Python script. Copy. See, I have pasted it. Save. We don't need to run this Python script from here. Once you change this API key, then close it. Open terminal. We need to start CGI server. For that the command is python -m CGI. Okay, see, server HTTP. Now it's started. Actually my Node MCU is starting working. I need to stop it. You can see it's sending temperature data. Okay, I'll start from beginning. I'm closing this. Actually my Node MCU was connected, that's why it happened. I disconnected my Node MCU. So we will start CGI server. It started. Okay, now you can observe all the connections here. Right now there is no any connection, nothing is happening, you can see. Now I'll go to node MCU. So I'll burn this program. Verify. I'll upload this program to node MCU. Okay, so I'm uploading it. Opal Senior Monitor. We can observe all the messages here. At the same time, we can observe graph also. See, the program has been uploaded. See, you can see it connected. You can observe here, it connected to the IP address of Raspberry Pi. Okay, I'll show you. See, it's collecting temperature data. Okay, and it is sending this temperature data to gateway, that is Raspberry Pi 3. I'll show you all the demo, and you can observe graph here. See, here we have taken 4 to 5 samples of temperature, but you can see only 2 samples are here. This is because of that 16-second problem. So you need to make some changes in node MCU program also. I'll show you what changes you need to make. Here you can see you need to make this, you need to change these things. You need to change name of SSID, that is your Wi-Fi name, password of the Wi-Fi, and you need to change the IP address of Raspberry Pi 3. So right now the IP of my Raspberry Pi is this. You need to change this. Okay. So we'll observe this. You can observe graph here. See, whatever temperature data you are watching here, 21.82, then 21.52, the same graph you can see here. See, 21.82, 21.52. See, for what is happening, our node MCU is collecting data from LM35, then sending it to Raspberry Pi 3. Just like I told you, our Raspberry Pi 3 will collect that data, means log that data in one text file. See, this is the connection from node MCU to Raspberry Pi. Okay, now I'll show you where it is logging the data in text file. So it is text underscore out file. If I open it, sorry, I think it's wrong one, ts underscore out file. See, this is my previous data, the upper one is my previous data, it is in append mode. If I delete this file, before deleting I'll show you. See, all these are the values we have received from node MCU right now. If I delete this file, it will create new file soon. See, you can see new file is created. This is one data, one sample of the data. If we wait for some more time, we will see. I'll show you this file after some time. At the same time, you can see these are the connections. See, this is the CGI server which is running. Our node MCU is trying to trigger our CGI server and our ts.py file. Okay, and when it trigger it, our py file will run. That what does that Python file do? It collects the data, log that data in one text file, and send it to cloud server, ThingSpeak server. See guys, this is the data. Now I'll show you the text file also. See, this is the data we have collected. This this is the cloud. Okay, so that's it guys. I think it's clear to you whatever I have demonstrated, and if there is some kind of confusion, then you can put your queries in comment box. If you understood something from this video, you can click on like button, and if you want some more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel. So thank you very much. In my next video I will show you some more stuff, like we'll talk about public sorry subscribe subscribe architecture. We'll talk about that. Okay, that's it guys. Thank you very much. This is Akshay Daga signing out.